Hey everyone, we are in Lawton, Oklahoma at the Highland Cemetery, and this is just south of the Fort Sill Army base that's here. And we are here to take a look at an Old West lawman that I wanted to show you. So that is the front entrance into the cemetery, and immediately when you come in, you're gonna see Henry Andrew Thomas, otherwise known as Heck Thomas. He's located here underneath this old sycamore tree. Great spot, easy to locate, immediately on your right as you come in the main entrance. Now he does have this older marker here. It says Henry Andrew Heck Thomas, 1850 to 1912. And then he has this newer marker back here, and it has a photo of him on the front. It's pretty neat. January 3rd, 1850 to August 15th, 1912. Deputy U.S. Marshal, 1886 to 1892. Deputy Marshal, Oklahoma Territory, 1893 to 1900. And then he has the Chief of Police, Lawton, Oklahoma, 1902 to 1909. If you're not familiar with who he is known as one of the 3 guardsmen for Oklahoma. Henry Andrew Thomas, better known as Heck, became one of the best known officers of the law in Arkansas and Indian Territory. He had a reputation of being a fearless crime fighter who had a fierce determination to bring felons to justice. He helped combat some of the worst frontier criminals in order to make the region safe for settlers. Heck was born in Oxford, Georgia, the last of 12 children of Martha Ann Thomas and Lovett Thomas. The nickname Heck came from his schoolmates. In 1862, at the age of 12, he became a courier for his uncle who was serving during the Civil War. Afterwards, his father became the Marshal of Atlanta, Georgia, and Heck gained an appointment as a policeman. Thomas suffered 2 bullet wounds in another incident where an assailant cut his face, which permanently scarred him. In 1871, Thomas married Isabel Gray. They had 5 children together, 3 sons and 2 daughters. Thomas decided to join his cousin in Texas, and the family moved to Dallas, where by 1878 his cousin had helped him get a job with the Texas Express Company as a guard in the express cars of Houston and Texas Railroad. In March of 1878, the notorious bandit Sam Bass robbed a train. Thomas gave Bass fake money and received a $200 reward for his resourcefulness. In 1885, the express company went out of business and Thomas became a private detective. In September, he helped U.S. Deputy Marshal Jim Taylor find Pink and Jim Lee. They were murderers and cattle rustlers. They killed the brothers, and together they shared the $6,000 reward. This incident made Thomas famous. Now, Thomas's wife hated Texas, and he decided to seek an appointment as a U.S. Deputy Marshal in Fort Smith. In 1886, Thomas received a commission as a U.S. Deputy Marshal under the federal jurisdiction of the federal court at Fort Smith. There, Thomas faced inherent dangers as criminals in Indian Territory frequently killed or injured deputies. He quickly rounded up thieves and whiskey peddlers and accused murderers. In 1887, he investigated the heinous killing of 2 newlyweds in the Choctaw Nation. Later that year, Thomas moved his family near Pauls Valley in the Chickasaw Nation because tribal leaders had requested a resident deputy marshal. The move put a strain on his marriage, and his wife returned to Georgia with the children. In 1888, they divorced. On November 21, 1887, Thomas did something that was pretty unbelievable. He took 41 prisoners to Fort Smith. This was reportedly the largest single group of felons ever delivered to the court. The following summer, Thomas was wounded by moonshiners. While he was recuperating in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Thomas met Mattie Malbury. They married 4 years later and raised 2 daughters. Changes made to federal court jurisdictions expanded Thomas's role as a law enforcement officer. The Federal District Court at Muskogee in Indian Territory was created, along with the U.S. District Court in Paris, Texas. Thomas had commissions from both of these jurisdictions, as well as Fort Smith. In April of 1889, officials sent Thomas and other deputies to help keep order during the opening of the Oklahoma District. He also continued to pursue lawbreakers in Indian Territory, and he delivered one final cache of criminals to Fort Smith in July of 1890. The rest of Thomas's career was in Oklahoma Territory. He received a commission from the U.S. Marshal at Guthrie. Between the spring of 1894 and the summer of 1896, Thomas, Chris Madsen, and Bill Tillman became known as the Three Guardsmen. They concentrated on successfully exterminating the Bill Doolin gang. Heck was best known for killing Bill Doolin himself in August of 1896. In 1901, the U.S. Marshals Service dispatched Thomas to Lawton, Oklahoma to assist with the land opening there. The next year, voters elected him to the first chief of police of that town. He held that position for 7 years. He retained his marshal's commission and his family resided in Lawton, Oklahoma. On August 15, 1912, Thomas died of heart failure complicated by Bright's disease. So I hope you enjoyed this little history on a big lawman from Oklahoma and Old West history. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.